we are making some healthy sheet pan roasted vegetables. This recipe is so easy, it's so healthy, it's the perfect side dish. You can add it to a meal with any protein and a good grain like rice or quinoa, and it makes a large portion in a short amount of time. Because pretty much all you have to do is get your vegetables on your baking sheet and then add your oil, seasonings of choice. I'm just gonna break some of the larger pieces so that everything cooks decently even. But this is one of my favorite things to make, you guys, and I just keep it on hand for the entire week or a few days or however long it lasts me. And I will add it to meals because that way I don't have to worry about waiting for vegetables to cook or making a huge mess when I'm trying to make lunch or dinner. I just can have this and some protein and I'm good to go. So now I'm gonna add some avocado oil. I like using avocado oil because it has a high smoke point. We're gonna be baking these vegetables at about 400 degrees. You could also use olive oil, butter, or coconut oil though. We just wanna stay clear of any vegetable oil. So add a nice drizzle on your vegetables. And then you can really customize this recipe using whatever spices you like. I am going to show you what I typically use, but again, you can mix and match. You could do like chili seasoning, you could do Italian seasoning, you could do Mexican seasoning, whatever you are feeling that particular week. But I'm just starting off with some good quality sea salt, and do not be afraid of salting your healthy food at home. The only time you really want to worry about salt is if you are eating a lot of packaged and processed food or fast food. But when you are cooking at home and you're using a good quality sea salt, you can really use a solid amount. You want your food to taste good, right? So now I'm just adding some pepper. I need to get a new one because this one is not working very well. So just adding a little bit of pepper. I'm also going to add some garlic powder. If you don't like vegetables, I'm telling you, try roasting them. It makes them so good. So I'm gonna add some onion powder. And I love buying these pre-cut vegetables. I know it's a little bit more expensive, but honestly, I think it's worth it sometimes because it saves you money. If I know it's gonna be a busy week, buying those pre-cut vegetables is really a big help. And lastly, I'm gonna add some smoked paprika. And you could put these all in a bowl with the oil and seasonings to mix it, but that just makes more of a mess, I think. So I just like to put it right on the sheet pan and then just toss it with my hands right here on the sheet pan. We are gonna be making healthy meals in 2024. So this is a great, easy way to start off your new year on a healthy note. You can mix up the vegetables, you can mix up the seasonings like I said, pair it with different proteins and grains or sweet potatoes or regular potatoes for your carb, and you have a super easy, well-rounded, healthy meal. And like I said before, if you are not a big vegetable eater, try roasting them and I think you will change your mind. This looks just about evenly coated. Get one more little toss here, and then we're just gonna kind of try to spread them out into one layer. It's all right if it's not perfectly one layer, but just the best we can here. You could use 2 baking sheets. I have a really large baking sheet I'm using. You could obviously use 2 if you only have smaller baking sheets. Okay, this already is looking good. All right, this is gonna go into the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm gonna keep an eye on it, but I'll let you guys know how long it's going to cook for. I like my vegetables to be a little bit crispy, so I'll let you know how long it takes. All right, it's been about 35-ish minutes, so we are going to get our vegetables out of the oven. They look so good. See, I love the crispy pieces. That's my favorite. Get these out of the oven and let them cool a couple minutes. All right, these are still super hot, but I cannot wait to try them. And yes, I'm saying that about vegetables. So let's try a piece of broccoli. Hopefully this doesn't burn my mouth. You guys, it's so flavorful, perfectly crispy on the outside, but nice and cooked through and soft on the inside. This is my favorite way to eat vegetables. Let's try a piece of cauliflower. It is so good, the perfect addition to any meal. Okay, I'm just gonna move all of the vegetables onto this piece of parchment paper that I had. And then I'm just going to transfer them into a container. And then once they cool, I'll set them in the fridge and I will be all set. This is like my mini version of a meal prep. So I have my container here and I'm just going to put all the vegetables in there. And like I was saying, this is my mini version of a meal prep. It literally took 3 minutes of prep and then just 35 minutes of cooking. I did some work while it was cooking and I am all set.